Hello guys, welcome back again with my another video reviewing movie story as usual. Today, we are going to review a latest movie with the title 7 Prisoners. This movie confides about something that really related to our actual real world, and to be honest, my feelings were mixed after watching this movie. So, without any further ado, let's jump to the story. The movie begins with a scene from a poor family gathered around on their courtyard. A family with a mom, 2 sisters and 1 young boy namely Mateus. They seem to be a happy family and live in harmony, helping each other make a lunch, especially Mateus, who seemed to be really love his mother and his family. While getting some lunch, her mother gave Mateus some gifts from the money she saved for monthly needs. She gave him a decent clothing and a magazine. As for him getting a new job, she really excited for him, that is why she bought him gifts. During lunchtime, Mateus and his family were very delighted and hope that Mateus could bring a better life for their family. The next day, it was a day Mateus go for the job. He made goodbye to his family, and then a van came to his house to pick him. It's Gilson, the one who offered Mateus a job to São Paulo. He gave his mother a bunch of money which himself called as a beginning for their new life. He said good things to Mateus's family, that they should not be worried. Mateus will become like him. Have a better life after go to the city. As story goes, Mateus went to the van and met his friends namely Isaac, Samuel, Ezekiel with their different background. They were telling each other's purpose and dreams that they would get when they got that job, with a full of hope. Their mood was really happy with laugh and full of expectations. They later arrived at São Paulo, especially at a junkyard they would get their job. Gilson introduced them to their boss, named Luca. As Gilson left, Mateus and his friends were taken to their room. Luca hastily demanded their identity to be given to him. Mateus was a clever boy, so he asked him for what, then Luca told him it's just only for the documentation. Later, he told them to start work at 5 a.m. tomorrow, but again Mateus asked him where and how the contract will be done between them. Luca only told him it will be done in this week. Having an uncertainty answer, Mateus objected with saying with all the respect, they are here to work, so the contract should be clear. Luca calmly answered, okay, I guess I will get my human resource to get that thing done soon. Mateus also requested Luca to have dinner because Gilson said they will have their meal free under Luca company. Luca stayed a while and gave Mateus $4 for dinner. In the evening, Mateus and his friends went to the nearby restaurant. Looking around the surrounding skyscrapers, getting amazed of what they called city, they even have a dream that they would live on that highest building. As they arrived to the restaurant, there was one person, Ezekiel, who cannot read the menu due to his lack of education, so they just ordered the same menu. Later in their room, they began telling each other's background, their motivation to live a better life, because they were in the same poor neighborhood. In the tomorrow morning, they started to get work. Luca taught them about the work, peeling a wire to get only the pure copper to be sold. And mostly, they worked as manual labor, being a servant to the junkyard boss. Time has passed, they worked for 1 week. During that time, Mateus kept an eye on Luca, who was getting a lot of money through their work, but they still didn't get paid for that week. While having their lunch, Luca ordered them to be hurried as the next deliver would come soon. Mateus objected and told Luca that they need to get paid for that 1 week. And then, tension getting hotter between them. Apparently, Luca has paid them through Gilson. And they became his slave. Working without get paid. Luca told Mateus that they were not getting paid due to their loans such as their transportation, room equipment and other stuff that they used in there. They shocked as they turned out got trapped in human trafficking and slavery. Mateus got angry and left, but then he got smacked by Nando, Luca's assistant, and he was laying on the floor. Luca came to him, demanded to give him Mateus' phone. Mateus stayed a while, then Nando shouted at Mateus, forced him to give his phone to Luca. After that, Luca eyed Mateus's friends, who got terrified of what just happening. He then forced them to give him their phone as he demanded on Mateus. Samuel gave it to him right away with a frightening face. Meanwhile, Isaac stayed a while. He then got slapped several times by Luca. This was a second violent scene which made me so shocked. Eventually, Isaac gave his phone to Luca. But Ezekiel didn't give it because he didn't bring his phone. On that evening, they planned to run away from that terrible place. They were gonna call the police as they out from that place, but there was no way out. The gate has been locked, and the walls were attached by thorns wire. Mateus then came to Luca's office to find the key. Instead of getting the key he wanted, he was caught red-handed by Luca. Luca took Mateus outside and threatening him in front of his friends with a gun, so they were shocked and afraid. Luca told them to get inside their room if they want Mateus live. They indulged him and turn back to their room with the failing escape plan. In their room, their anger and frustration has risen. They were debating to each other about their next escape plan, especially Mateus and Isaac. Isaac was the kind of man who wanted to do anything spontaneously. He wanted to kill Luca right away, but Mateus was preferred to make plans and strategy first so that they will be free without any risk. Samuel and Ezekiel agreed with Mateus, then they go with Mateus' plan. The next day, they did the plan, but it all got messed because Ezekiel didn't do his part to smack Luca while he got attracted to Samuel. Isaac did escape, but then got caught with the corrupt police. After that efforts, they agreed with another Mateus's plan that they should be smarter than Luca. So, Mateus made a deal to Luca that they could give them more copper to be delivered more than usual, but if they can make it in 6 months to pay back their loans, Luca must set them free. They dealed it. Days after days, nights after nights, Mateus and his friends worked really hard to achieve that, only to be free from that slavery. And it worked, they made it. Until the officer of human resource inspection came to Luca junkyard. The three of them forced to leave with Nando by a car except Mateus. Luca seemed to be taking Mateus as his second hand from that. Weeks has passed, Mateus unexpectedly became Luca's second hand, leaving his friends behind. But it was not his call to do that. He was forced to do so until he gets Luca's trust, so they can get out of there. But as the time goes, Mateus has no choice, seeing the system is way bigger than he expected. He saw slavery and human trafficking is everywhere. Realize or not, he was already on that system at the very beginning. Samuel and his friends got angry, feel betrayed and lost their trust to Mateus slowly after Mateus unwillingly added 3 more victims that Luca has brought from his friend to their place. Mateus became as a proxies of Luca. He trusted Mateus, so he gave him his phone to make a call to his mother. At the call, his mother asked him, why did he send them a lot of money? Mateus got shocked, then Luca explained it was for him as a pay due to his hard work, and he deserved it. Mateus's situation was in dilemma, whether he chose to save his friends or his family by staying behind Luca to get much money for his family. On the other day, Luca has been promoted from his boss to a better place and better position, and he wanted to bring Mateus with him. So, Luca gave the junkyard with another guy, still under his boss, but Mateus's friends stayed there. When Luca steps away talking with the new guy, Mateus Samuel told him to get rest. Samuel then asked him if he has a cigarette. Mateus gave him. Samuel also asked for the matchstick. He still gave it to him, but when Samuel gave it back, he attacked him. Buried his hand with the cigarette. The next morning, Luca and Mateus left the junkyard, leaving his friends behind. Leaving them as a slave on that place. In the ending of the scene, Mateus' facial expression along the way was guilt, keep looking on his wounded hand, get burned by Samuel. It was a sign that he might get haunted for all his life, leaving him to feel guilty that Samuel gave that sign to him, as to warn that he was the one who turned his back from his friends. What an amazing movie. I think this movie opens up about human trafficking and slavery still exist in this world, and this is really a tragic truth that happens around us. That is why this movie make me feel angry, sulky, sad, confused at the same time. I cannot imagine if I were them who got trapped in such a terrible system like that. Okay, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy and like it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you on the next video.